Oh, well, last night the night bartender was on duty.
That figures.
In the afternoon, we had the afternoon bartender on duty.
So?
So I'm trying to tell you, he makes the world's worst martinis.
Well, what do you suggest?
I suggest you wait for the night bartender.
Doesn't this guy make anything good?
The way he shakes, he's lucky if he can pour a beer.
2 martinis.
That's definite.
2 martinis.
You must be nuts about olives. 2 martinis.
I like the way they look out for you up here.
I like it better here myself now.
I thought you wanted to go to Vegas.
I still do. Why don't we rent a car and drive up? Might be fun.
I have to wait here.
Oh?
A friend of mine said he might come up here and join me for a few days if he can get the time off.
You did refer to your friend as he.
I did?
I still say we should go to Vegas. Couldn't you call your friend and have him join us there?
I suppose I could.
We could go tonight. Or are you the kind that likes to stay in one place?
Lady, from now on, I don't want to stay in any one place for too long. I think Vegas is a great idea. Why don't you go pack and I'll meet you in the lobby?
Half hour?
No longer. Hello, operator. This is John Reardon in room 412. Would you get me Mr. Kenneth Morgan in Muroc City, please? Thank you.
2 martinis. Oh, your lady friend chickened out, huh? Smart girl.
I'll drink them both.
You want to bet? Thanks.
Hello, Emma. This is John Reardon. Is Ken home yet?
Mr. Ken, he's dead.
He's what?
Mr. Ken is dead. He was murdered.
$74. You're lucky we didn't get a ticket for speeding. Here. Take my bag over to the hotel. Which hotel? The only hotel.
Sheriff? Sheriff, he's come back. Reardon. Mm-hmm. I knew you'd want to know. Right.
So you're back, huh?
Hello, Mr. Banfield.
20 years I lived next to the Morgan house. The only time I was ever sorry was when you lived there.
Were you home the night Ken was killed?
I'm home every night.
Did you hear the shot?
I must have heard 100 of them. I had the TV on all night. I like it loud. That answer your question, Sheriff?
Just file all this with the other correspondence under Freeman.
Yes, sir.
I know this is hard on you, Annie, but we have to get the office cleared up. Kenny would have wanted it that way.
I know, Mr. Waddle.
You come back for the funeral?
No, for the man who killed Ken Morgan.
I'm working on that.
From the seat of your pants?
I said I was working on it.
A housekeeper tells me you think Ken was killed by a burglar. Why?
Well, the housekeeper was out that night. Ed Wiley went by Ken's house around 10 o'clock. The lights were on, the door was open. He walked in, found Ken's body on the floor. He called me and I went right over. The doctor said he'd been killed around 9 o'clock with a .38 caliber slug.
You find a gun?
No, but a back window was open.
The front door was open as well as the window. A burglar usually leaves by the way he came in.
You see, Ken had taken some papers over to his secretary's house about 8 o'clock. He left her house around 9. We figured he went home and opened his front door, saw the burglar, who shot him.
Well, now, that's very simple, isn't it? No gun, no clues, no suspects. What makes you think it was a burglar? Nothing was taken. Or was there?
I've told you all we know. Now, if you want to stick around for the funeral, all right. But don't make trouble.
Trouble? Can a few questions make trouble?
Get off my back, Reardon.
I'll get off your back when you get off your rump. Mr. Wiley, I believe.
Just Ad. Everybody calls me Ad.
Yeah.
I know how you must feel, laddie. We're all grieved around here.
Yeah.
Ken was a good man, a good friend. Matter of fact, I was the one that got folks around here to thinking this town should be headed by young men, bright young men like Kenneth. I'm late for a meeting. I gotta get.
Mr. Wiley.
Just plain Ad.
One just plain question. Why did you stop by Ken's house at 10 o'clock that night?
I gotta get to that meeting. I'm always going to meetings. Matter of fact, I had one with Ken at 10 that night.
Isn't that a strange hour?
Yeah, I gotta get going now, but if you want to talk some more about this, you can find me relaxing at the pool hall come this evening. That is, if you're gonna stay in this town till this evening.
Oh, I'll be here. Until I find out one thing.
Such as what?
Such as who killed Ken Morgan, laddie buck. Hello.
Mr. Reardon, is there something I could do for you?
Yes, I'd like you to talk to me about Ken.
I'm sorry. I'm not quite up to it.
I'm not being sentimental. I'm just trying to find out as much as I can about what happened.
I'm sure if you talk with Sheriff Baird...
I have.
Well, then, why do you want to talk to me?
Baird says that Ken had stopped by your house about 8 o'clock.
Yes. I had typed some papers at home, and he wanted to check them there.
And he stayed about an hour.
Not quite an hour. He checked the papers, and I fixed some coffee, and then he said he had to leave.
Had to leave?
Well, yes, that's what he said.
Well, he apparently just went straight home. Why did he have to be home at 9 o'clock?
I'm sorry, Mr. Reardon. I have an awful lot of work to do.
Yes, of course. And I have a habit of upsetting this town's routine. I'm sorry.
Mr. Reardon. I'm the one who should be sorry. I know how close you were to Ken, and I'd like to talk to you. It's just that I have to get the office cleared up.
What about later today?
It should take all day.
Well, this evening, then, we could have dinner. That is, if you're not afraid of being stoned to death by your neighbors.
Oh, I'd like to have dinner with you. I could meet you at 8 o'clock. There's a little cafe right across the street.
8 o'clock. Mr. Johnson?
Yeah?
You still got the house in back of the Morgan place?
Nice break, Sammy. Nice break. Well, hello there, laddie buck. Boys, this here's John Reardon. Maybe some of you boys remember him. Frankie, you lived in this town all your life.
You remember me, Reardon? Not offhand. Well, that's because I'm younger than you are. I was too young to even get in the Korean War. Too young to get captured and sit on my duff while my buddies were getting shot at. How's that? Oh, we heard all about how you were a prisoner. Say, tell me something. Is it true that some of you guys didn't come back right away because you kind of liked the way those commies treated you?
Now, Frankie, you pay him no mind, laddie buck. Oh, laddie buck, this here's Sammy Turner. He's a councilman, but he Glad to be our new mayor.
I do. I'd like to talk to you, Wiley.
Well, that's what we come here for. We play and we talk and we just take things easy.
Sure, go ahead and talk, Reardon. You speak Chinese? That's about enough out of you, kid.
Now, he's right, Frankie. Now, you go on out and get yourself some fresh air. Right now, you hear me? One ball down there. Oh, you want to talk about Kenny, huh?
I just wondered why you went by his house at 10 o'clock last night.
Well, fact is, we're going to have a little talk about the big doings tomorrow. There's going to be a big rally at noontime.
What kind of a rally?
Oh, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of this fair city. There's going to be speeches and free beer and a band.
And you're still planning on holding it?
Laddybuck, there's nobody mourns the death of young Kenny more than me. You knew him, like I knew him. And the last thing that Kenny would want would be for us to cancel that rally.
You're wrong, Wiley. There's something he would have wanted even more.
What's that?
To have been there tomorrow.
Somebody who wanted to talk. You were awfully silent during dinner.
I just couldn't get this celebration out of my mind. What a lack of respect for Ken.
Well, they've been planning it for a long time.
Tell me, what did Ken think about this ad, Wiley?
Seemed very close. I never heard them argue.
And Sheriff Baird?
Got along well.
I guess to live in a town like this, you gotta get along with everybody.
Is that why you don't like the town?
The town never particularly liked me, and the feeling was mutual. Me against the town and vice versa. I only came back here to see Ken.
I know. It's funny. I'd never heard Ken mention you, but the morning after you left, all you could talk about was you. He was very emotional.
Well, he thought I was dead.
It wasn't just that. It was finding out what you'd been through for the past 11 years. He kept talking about that over and over. And then he wrote you the letter.
What letter?
Didn't you get a letter in Reno?
No.
Of course you wouldn't have. He was still writing it in the office when I went home, and the next morning I found it on my desk with a note to mail it to your hotel.
That would have been yesterday. Must have gotten up there today.
Well, you can phone them and have them forward it to you.
Yeah.
This is it.
Ken said he was going to try and join me in Reno for a few days, if he could get the time off.
Well, maybe he wrote to say he couldn't.
Maybe.
Well, thank you for dinner.
Ann, one more question. Can you think of anyone who might have had a reason to kill Ken?
Oh? Say it was a burglar.
Baird and Wiley say it was a burglar. I mean, did Ken have any enemies? Anyone who might have wanted to...
No. Ken was liked by everybody. Surely you don't think...
I don't know what to think.
You act almost as if you think the town is trying to cover something up.
Is it?
Of course not.
I don't know. Baird doesn't seem to be breaking his neck to catch this so-called burglar. And this celebration tomorrow, that's a fine thing. Ken's dead and nobody seems to care.
Oh, just a minute now, mister. I see now why so many people in town don't like you. With a chip on your shoulder and a high and mighty attitude.
I didn't come back here to be liked.